Here's the Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus is a large constellation straddling the celestial equator. Its name comes from the ancient Greek meaning serpent bearer, and it's commonly represented as a man grasping a snake. The serpent is represented by the constellation Serpens. Ophiuchus was one of the 48 constellations listed by the 2nd century astronomer. It is also one of the 88 modern constellations. An old alternative name for the constellation was Serpentarius. Now, the history and mythology, just a quick excerpt. There is no evidence, according to this article, but it could be out there, that the constellation preceding the classical era and in Babylonian astronomy, a sitting god's constellation seems to have been located in the general area of Ophiuchus. However, Gavin White proposes that Ophiuchus may in fact be remotely descended from the Babylonian constellation representing Nura, a serpent god who was sometimes depicted with his upper half human, but with serpents for legs. And I've seen that in Sumerian mythology, even I think one was Dumazid before, where they were representing Dumazid, and he told Utu to save him and turn his legs into serpent legs. That's interesting. I wonder if that was referring to constellation Ophiuchus. The earliest mention of the constellation is in Aratus, informed by the lost catalog of Eudoxus of Cnidus, 4th century BCE. To the phantom's back, the crown is near, but by his head mark near at the head of Ophiuchus. And then from it you can even at the mid-month moon, but his hands are not at all so bright, for faint runs the gleam of stars along on the side, and on that, yet they too can be seen, for they are not feeble. Both firmly clutch the serpent, which encircles the waist of Ophiuchus, but he, steadfast with both his feet well set, tramples a huge monster, even the scorpion standing upright on his eye and breast. Now the serpent is wreathed about his two hands, a little above his right hand, but in many folds high above his left. To the ancient Greeks, the constellation represents the god Apollo, struggling with a huge snake that guarded the oracle of Delphi. Later myths identified Ophiuchus with Laocoon, the Trojan priest of Poseidon, who warned his fellow Trojans about the Trojan horse and was later slain by a pair of sea serpents sent by the gods to punish him. According to Roman era mythography, the figure represents the healer Asclepius, who learned the secrets of keeping death at bay after observing one serpent bringing another healing herbs to prevent the entire human race from becoming immortal. Under Asclepius, Jupiter killed him with a bolt of lightning, but later placed his image in the heavens to honor his good works. In medieval Islamic astronomy, Azophis Hieronometry, 10th century, the constellation was known as Al-Hawa, the snake charmer. Interesting that it describes Jupiter destroying immortality by a bolt of lightning. Thor, his lightning bolts. You know what? You got to join us for this petroglyph conference that's coming up on the 14th and 15th of May. We're going to be looking at petroglyphs that could be depicting this event right here. Wow. Wow. Hello. This is amazing. We're actually going to be going on scene and looking at petroglyphs off the path that depict this event that was just described right there, that lightning bolt of the gods. Amazing.